Some people love climbing. Some people hate it. But this game is truly the most frustrating thing ever. Even if you love climbing. It's a game called Getting Over It. To give you an idea on how frustrating it is, here's a few clips. Yeah? No! Stop it! No! Stop pushing yourself in a bed, you little fucker! Why is it so hard to get over that piece of shit? Getting Over It revolves around a guy wielding a sledgehammer, and your goal is to climb to the top of the game and beat the game. Originally, if you're really good at the game, you can do it in probably like 5 minutes. But if you're a casual like me, it can take hours and hours of your time. And the game itself is actually originally based off sexy hiking. A totally irrelevant game that nobody on this planet knows. But in all honesty, if you do know it, you can easily see why and how it's inspired, especially the first part. The game itself starts incredibly easy, relaxing, and your first thoughts about the game could be, oh, this seems pretty cool. Well, right? Yeah, no, don't think that, just don't. It's really tough. You start to get over a simple tree, and you hit the next area. From here on out, it gets a little bit harder, but still not enough to make you scream at your computer screen for no apparent reason. And it's safe to say that the game has a certain mechanic. The hammer doesn't always listen to you, nor does the person in the fucking... What is that even? A fucking cookpot? But nor does the person in the cookpot. If you smash your mouse into random directions, you can expect to do it over and over again. It might not seem like it, but every part of this game has an opening. This game is absolutely not the hardest game ever. It's how you play it and which directions you take. It actually depends on how you play it and if you have the patience for it. And if you don't have the patience for it like me, then yeah, this can take quite some time. After climbing again and again and again and just failing and going all the way back to just the very beginning, you get that horrible feeling inside of your stomach, and it's going to make you feel furious, anger. Yet, you continue. You continue playing the game and you keep coming back to it. You're compelled to see if you can beat it, to get that special feeling, that sense of satisfaction. And then here it comes. Your first thoughts at reaching the new area is, are there any checkpoints? Is this a checkpoint? But no, you're starting to notice that there is no checkpoints. You continue to go on feeling scared, and by each little progress you make, you're starting to feel terrified. Cause you, the player, know that if you make one mistake, you're screwed. And you can end up all the way back at the very beginning of the game. And it's actually kind of funny because the game purposely does this. The game wants you to slip up, feel frustrated, feel angry. It's the sole purpose of the game to give you the feeling of being screwed over. And here it comes. The first part that will want to make you smash your keyboard. Ah! Ah! No! After spending a couple hours into the game, or even less, you reach this part, and yet if you played the game your first time and not knowing anything about this specific portion of the game itself, it can be truly horrifying. Because you continue to carry on and you try to make it. And then this happens. That one mistake, that one slip up. You fall through the hole just to find yourself lost in anger and frustration, and to some degree even sadness. You're back at the beginning, but you've beaten all of it before, so you just try it again. Cause this time, you've done all of it again, right? You did everything, so it should be easier. And then you hit the same part again. This time you're cautious, just to make the same mistake once again. The fucking hole, I hate you, hole, I hate you. Personally, I thought back at myself when I tried this for the few first minutes, and at this moment I thought back at myself. And in the beginning I said how cool the game is, how fun it is. But it's not cool, it's not fun. It's not fun, and yet I continue. I want to see the end of the game. And so I found myself on my computer for hours and hours to pass, not even noticing how much time has passed. And the thought arises, I have to be at the end soon, right? I've spent hours in this game. I have to be at the end. I just have to be. But no, I wasn't even close to the end. And the worst was yet to come. The mountain that comes after it, the slippery ice, the floating ice rocks, the snake, everything. It just gets harder and harder. And the hardest part of it all, the final part, the ice hill. How do you even get past this? But while playing through that whole part, there's an opening. You notice that your hammer can go deeper compared to the most parts of that hill. And so, even knowing this, it's still hard. And then you reach it. You reach the end. To climb up to the antenna, you push yourself into space, and that's it. You finish the game. And what do you get? What do you feel? Satisfaction. Happiness. Because through all the frustration you went through in this game, that is even worse than a school exam, you reach the end, feeling the incredible feeling of satisfaction, proudness, and way more. So how is this game? What was the purpose of it? It's clear that a developer has put some huge aura into the game itself that keeps you compelled into it, and that with patience you will be rewarded. And the frustration and anger is purposely thrown into the game, purposely letting you fall and fail, accidental pushes, one slip up and you get all the way to the beginning again. And people who never finish the game will never ever feel the extreme feeling of satisfaction. And there will also be a lot of people who will hate this game just because of how hard it is. And then if you compare to Cuphead and Dark Souls, they were games made to be hard but yet fun and entertaining with different mechanics with each boss. And this will keep causing you to have fun, but getting over it purposely tries to get the best out of you. And self-control is key. This game definitely deserves a praise for how well constructed it is, and how easily it can play around with the human emotion, just to give you also at the same time an incredible amount of satisfaction. This game is amazing in each and every aspect, and there should be a huge praise towards the developer. A truly amazing piece of work, and probably also the worst one ever, which is why it makes it so great. And would I play this game a second time? No, not at all. I deleted it right after crying of joy after like 30 minutes.